Yes, we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Hoosiers will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. So Ohio State's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback may change this route. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Unleashes one. Finds a man on the right. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. You think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. He's got him. Sweet cut there. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
To the air on first down. Got the back over the middle. Open space at the 25. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. I could throw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Back's looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And everything works out for the offense, right? They went for it on 4th and 1 earlier. It was a big decision, a big gamble. They got it, and now you pay it off with the touchdown. Head coach is loving that.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They took it 71 yards down the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Indiana's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations.
Brings it down on the right side. Turning it on. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. Wants to go up top on first down. That pass is incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Right on target this time. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Working on the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the right. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quickly complete. They get him on the ground, and with with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point was good. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they...
There he goes! How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Hang on, Sloopy! The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down! From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Hoosiers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's when they'll put it in play. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Pulls it in on the right. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
On the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Fires complete on the crosser. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Davis. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude,
he lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They'll run play action. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field it close to the 50. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it. You
can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. All wideouts, no backs. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best 2 teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, middle of the season. You can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the catch. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pass their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense does the work itself with a pick Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Nowhere to go, and not much to show for that one.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. And the Hoosiers will have it 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Fires to the right. Makes a connection. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Catch in the middle, it's Davis. How much lingerie is this guy going to leave on the deck as he gets it down to the 25? First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today.
The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Pitts. And didn't find much room at all as he'll go out of bounds at the 12. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Here comes the heat. A little screen to the running back. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Hauls it in. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The big explosive play put them right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. With the run on 1st and goal. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. They moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Sneak gets it done.
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Tosses it incomplete.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week, he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Might be changing the route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He unleashes a long one. Makes the catch down the right side. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. This quarterback needs to stay true to his mechanics. He just sort of heaved it up off the back foot.
And these mechanics are crazy. You see all these quarterbacks on the field with towels before games and doing that little salsa thing that you see quarterbacks with their hips, popping through. But it makes sense because you have to have that good, strong base underneath you. Otherwise, you start to sail that football and miss your target.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Unloads quickly. Breaks it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Pitts. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. He's running free down the middle, and he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Hoosiers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Oh, they're after him. Gets it out fast. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He's got it. And some room to work. Oh, he's got some space. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. The Hoosiers with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Indiana! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll bring it back. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He wants to change this route. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to throw again. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Touchdown, Ohio State. Oh, that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Good job by the... unit to stop the return man. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Complete to start this drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Hoosiers will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The quick out. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Looking downfield on first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking to throw on first down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
And Man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go.
Wide open space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Davis. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air on first down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Wants to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Shields. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Davis. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Makes the grab over the middle.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man, and it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today, and this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it from the gun. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse